Alright, what do we got? Escaped. Oh, this is the mission that deals with Trapdoor, who we beat up to become an incarnate. We have a problem with one of the test subjects on our labs. The subject in question has strong teleportation powers and thus is hard to track down. Oh no. Alright, well, let's go to the Cray lab. Interrogate Cray scientists, okay. In Granville, alright, we'll take the Oro portal. Beep, beep, boop, beep, beep, boop, boop. Also, your question, I think that Muriel was indeed the Hemingway that was in Bad Moon. It's kind of an interesting movie. It really starts off with one, like, feeling one way, and it swerves into a completely different film after the intro segment. Kind of interesting. I mostly enjoyed it. Fun fact, yes, Cray, spelled C-R-A-Y, is a supercomputer manufacturer. They still manufacture high-performance computers for, like, the Department of Energy, dude. I should know. They built the computers I was on. I think Hewlett-Packard or somebody bought them. But, like, the organization still exists. When I was at the lab I worked at, the Cray engineers that would come out were called Crayons. They were, like, permanently attached on site to handle maintenance of the big machine. And for obvious reasons, everybody had the same exact reaction you're having. Alright, that felt good, beating that guy up. Okay, this is probably the last room, because there's the boss. So we might have to defeat... There will be a mob around the corner down there. We might have to defeat them, but we'll find out. Hello and welcome, by the way. Oh no, we didn't! Great. I love short story arcs. Sorry, nodding my head to the music. Sounds as though we are well on the way to finding our missing test subject. Now that you've tracked down where Cray is keeping our escaped test subject, codenamed Trapdoor, get a hold of him before Cray can escape with him. Cray facility and capture him. Oh, it's not the same door. So the cultural expression to go cray means to process data at an exponential rate. Yes, it means to take advantage of, like, weird hardwired vector processing so that you can process massive amounts of data in a parallel fashion with not having to have, like, a very highly clocked machine. So, like, if my niece, you know, talks to me and says something like, "That's so cray, Uncle Elizibar," that's what she's talking about. You know? Now you know. Just like the saying, you know, nerd, you're the nerd. Over there doing a Dr. Aeon Strike Force or something. Nerd. Skinny nerd linger. How'd I know? I saw you all standing in Aeon City before I started streaming. I was like, oh, well, I guess they're going to go do an Aeon Strike Force with 6 people. And sure enough, a second later, you were on a mission map. Damn, I'm like that. I'm always watching. I'm always watching. Well, you should be afraid of me. I always watching. Alright, Grillo, what's next? I see a Hamadon raid's about to form. I guess I'll go do that after this arc. If we were to wait at the last minute, we were hoping he hadn't refined his abilities so much. Still, we have a contingency plan in place. Trapdoor won't get away. I've had the boys at the lab whip up something new. Teleport suppression device sets up a passive teleportation disruption field key to his DNA signature, which disables long-range teleport so he cannot escape again. Alright, well, let's go get Cray Cray. You know, I don't want to alarm you, but I'm always watching. I'm always waiting. Sometimes I may even be doing. That's right. Like right now. I don't know, but whoever watches the Watching Elizibar sounds kind of creepy to me, and we should not find out who that is. Also, like a month late, but congratulations to Billy Mitchell on winning a second lawsuit against people who called him a cheater. Kind of funny how that works. Weird. People go into that kind of thing relying on truth as a defense, and then it doesn't work out for them. I don't understand that. I think it's really funny. I'm sure Carl Jobst is not thinking it's really funny, because that just cost him like $400,000. On the other hand, the people who simp for Carl Jobst are probably paying for all that. Yeah, they're probably playing for it too. I just find the whole situation really kind of funny. Like, really? Like, there's so much documentation, and you're telling me that you can't make, like, the truth as a defense as your argument? I guess I should go look up, like, the details of that lawsuit and see how he lost. Because somebody else I mentioned it to was like, he screwed himself. And it's like, how did that happen? Did he just keep talking when his lawyer told him to shut up? Because it turns out that one of the things you can do to win a lawsuit is just don't say anything like incriminating about yourself. Like, just don't do it. Not even once. I'm just beating up these Cray tanks. I should stop. Well, we'll look at this in a second here. I'm about to get out of this mission. So we just took out Trapdoor, and we turned him in, so Grillo is going to have him, and is going to experiment him on again. Which means that Trapdoor will then escape again, so that we can encounter him in the Alpha Onslaught arc that we've already done. So we've already done the future, and now we're doing the past. Or we've done the past. So now we've done the past and the future, which brings us to the present. Perfect. Trapdoor is nicely secured, back in our laboratories. Steps have been taken to make sure he doesn't escape again. He definitely has powerful teleportation abilities. It's amazing what power the well will grant its users. Forget I said that. Okay, well, we'll forget that you said that, Grillo, the Chillo.